KCAT TV news at noon. In the Southeast Asian country of Burma, at least 46 people have been killed due to widespread flooding and landslides caused by heavy monsoon rain. One half of the country has been declared a disaster zone, and more than 210,000 people have been affected by the flooding and landslides. The Burmese government is now asking for international aid to help handle the flooding. More than 130,000 people died when Cyclone Nargis hit Burma in 2008, and the government refused outside help. The government admitted to giving weak flood response, according to the state media. "We are cooperating and inviting international assistance. We have started contacting possible donor organizations and countries," says Information Minister Ye Hutut. Many areas of Burma are completely cut off by high waters and damaged roads. The food supply for the next year will be a problem as well, especially with the loss of livestock, farming land, and grains. Just recently, researchers in Africa have discovered a new species called the African golden wolf. Before, these wolves were considered the same species as golden jackals because of their similar behavior and physical features. However, after an extensive analysis of their DNA, scientists discovered that the population is actually two different species. The discovery of the Canis anthus, or golden wolf, will mark the first new African and Canada species in 150 years, the Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute says. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Honey, it's gonna be okay.
It's dead.
Maybe it's just that...
It's dead.
Well, we'll get you a new one.
It won't be the same.
You're right. Could be plasma.
Hey, your TV's dead.
I'm okay with this.
Now you can recycle it and keep California's environment alive. Visit erecycle.org for more.
In Lancaster, New Hampshire, a circus tent collapsed when violent storms hit last night. The falling tent left 22 injured and 2 dead. The injured, whose names will not be said, were taken to 4 regional hospitals. The tent collapsed around 5:30 over approximately 100 spectators and performers. There were only 2 people killed, a man and a girl. Tune in later this week for more on this information. Just below New Hampshire, in New York City, there is a huge outbreak of Legionnaire's disease. This disease has infected 81 people and killed 7. However, the New York City Health Department announced that all 7 people who died had underlying health problems or were older adults. They also stated that of those affected, 64 were hospitalized. This disease is caused by the Legionella bacteria, which is spread through inhaled water and droplets from fountains, shower heads, pools, and air-conditioned cooling towers. Legionnaire's disease outbreaks have been reoccurring for the past 10 years, so officials are making an effort to stop this outbreak through inspections of possible sources of the disease and taking upgraded approaches towards tests that show positive signs of infection. Coming up after the break, a bulletproof armadillo, a shoplifting reality TV star, and an errand-running robot.
It greeted you at birth. It was there for your first step, your first mistake, your first kiss. It's with you when you win, when you lose, when you pick yourself up again. In every moment, you can feel it. Life. Human right number 3, the right to life. What are human rights? Find out at youthforhumanrights.org.
Welcome back. You may already know how hard an armadillo's outer shell is, but did you think it was hard enough to deflect a bullet? In Dallas, a man was wounded when he shot a gun at an armadillo which was roaming around through his backyard. The bullet ricocheted off the armadillo and back at the man, striking him in the jaw. Afterwards, the man was airlifted to the nearby hospital where officials say his jaw was wired shut. At the scene, police did not find the armadillo, leaving its condition unknown, but we can assume it's just fine. On Sunday, reality TV star of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kim Richards, was arrested for shoplifting at the San Fernando Valley Target. Richards, with around $600 worth of items in her cart, was stopped and taken to Van Nuys Police Department where she spent the night in prison. However, she was released Monday morning on a $5,000 bail. Police say she was charged with a misdemeanor for alleged theft. The Crown Plaza in Milpitas recently welcomed a new employee. It's Dash the Robot, says sale director David Wang. It's a friendly robot that could take items to your room. The hotel's front desk gets many requests for many sorts of things like towels, shampoo, and soap. Dash the Robot's main job is to run errands so the hotel staff doesn't have to stop what they're doing. Dash doesn't even need hands to call the elevator. The robot can talk to it using the robot telepathy, which is also called Wi-Fi, says the CEO of Savioki, the maker of Dash. The robot has a locking bin, so hotel patrons in the elevator can't take goods that are meant for other guests. When your item arrives, a phone call will notify you and Dash will be waiting for you at the door. Next time you're at the Crown Plaza in Milpitas, make sure to say hello to Dash the Robot. Now, back to Los Gatos with Katie downtown.
Thanks, Ross. I'm Katie with your on-site news. Today, I'm here at Icing on the Cake, one of the most popular bakeries in town. Along with making wonderful regular baked goods, they also have some really unique things like chocolate-covered cookie dough bonbons. They've also recently expanded their store, and it's now double the size. We're now inside the store with the wonderful owner. This is Miss Lynn, and she has made this store since 1985, and that means it's its 30th birthday, isn't it? 30 years old. Wow, that's awesome. Is there anything special happening for your 30th birthday, or this store's 30th birthday?
Lots of things. We'll have a party right around the end of September or possibly early October, a party like we've done in many years past celebrating the birthday. We've developed a new cake for the birthday celebration, which is a vanilla cake with sprinkles inside and lots of vanilla buttercream. That's been kind of a little commemorative cake for the bakery, but there's always new things happening. Whether we're 30 or not, we're celebrating all the time.
And I have noticed that you've just expanded your store, which is amazing. But why is there no seating?
We aren't a restaurant. We aren't deemed a restaurant. We're a to-go sort of business, so that is why we don't have seating. We've added a bench outside. We've got seating out front, but most people come in, get their desserts, and go. And we're not open into the evenings as a dessert cafe, so that's really why.
And what is your favorite pastry here? I know it's a hard question to ask.
My favorite pastry is everything that we offer.
Everything.
For all different reasons. So it depends on what you're craving. I love getting the customer in here that has never been here and just says, what do I want? So I start with flavor, and there's really something for everybody. We've got maple, we've got lemon, chocolate, vanilla, banana, carrot cake. We've got all kinds of flavors, so it's really nice to have everyone come in here and tell us what they're craving. But I've personally tasted every single item that we offer in its creation, so I'm the perfect person to ask if you want to know what you want to have for dessert.
Thank you so much for your time, Lynn.
You're very welcome.
That'll be all for today.
You're very welcome.
And I'll see you back at the desk, Ross.
Thank you, Rob.
That's all for my on-site news today. Back to you, Ross.
Thanks, Katie. Adrian Jerry Gonzalez, a 15-year-old boy who was charged with the murder of an 8-year-old Maddie Middleton. Her body was found early last Monday in a recycling bin in Santa Cruz, California, after she went missing the previous day. Gonzalez was in the general proximity of the recycling bin and was immediately arrested. Police say that Gonzalez might have been watching them search for it. Now Gonzalez faces murder, sexual assault, and kidnapping charges. If he tried it as an adult, he may face a lifetime in prison. However, if he is tried as a juvenile, he may only spend time in juvenile prison up till he is about 23 years old. In honor of Maddie's love for wolves, her mother, along with many other people in the Santa Cruz community, mourned for Maddie by howling at the blue moon on Friday, July 31st. The event, called Howl for Maddie, was held at the Tannery Arts Center apartment complex, and many residents also howled for Maddie from their homes as well. After the break, we'll be back with Nicole for the weather.
Thank you, Ross. Today in Los Gatos it will be partly cloudy as well as the rest of the week. The low today will be 57 and the high will be 83. On the Wednesday the low will be 57 and the high will be 83 as well. Thursday we'll have a low of 58 and the high of 85. On Friday the low remains at 58 and the high goes down to 82. Saturdays begin that weekend at a low of 57 and a high of 84. Later on Saturday starts off with a low of 57 and ends with a high of 85. Back to Ross.
Thanks. Yesterday, the San Francisco Giants went in an extra inning again with the Atlanta Braves, but eventually lost 9-8 Braves. This is the second time they went into an extra innings, but this time they lost by 1 run. The Oakland Athletics lost to Baltimore Orioles 9-2. They are 5th place in the American League West. The Milwaukee Brewers are losing on play streak of 6 games. Their last game facing the San Diego Padres did not go very well, losing 13-5. The Cleveland Indians placed an all-star second baseman, Jason Kipnis, on the disabled list. Kipnis is expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with right shoulder inflammation. The shoulder has been a problem for most Kipnis throughout the season and bothers him most when he throws. Kipnis heads to the disabled list in the middle of the career season, where he's hitting .326 batting average, with 6 triples, 6 homers, and 39 RBI in 101 games. Heading into Monday's games, he led the AL with 132 hits and 31 doubles. Wrestling legend Roddy Piper died on August 1st, 2015 because of a heart attack in his sleep. MMA fighter Ronda Rousey recently won the UFC championship. Weeks after defending his UFC title against Rashid Evans, John Jones was arrested for drinking and driving in 2012 after crashing his Bentley into a pole. Earlier this year, it was announced he had tested positive for cocaine, leading up his January fight against Daniel Cormier. Today is National Chocolate Chip Day, so bake some cookies, make a cake, or eat them plain. Today's celebrities' birthdays include President Barack Obama's 54th and Disney stars Cole and Dylan Sprouse's 22nd. Also, on August 4th, 1944, Anne Frank and her family were captured by the Nazis in Amsterdam. That's all for today at Los Gatos. Catch you on the flip side.